The worst prison in the world is a home without peace and a woman of strife that creates that chaos. Have a good day.
So you know how Margaret Robbie gave birth to a boy and then girls were in the comments saying that she should basically just unalive her son because he's a boy? Yeah, tell me more about how girls must stick together and how feminists want equality, not supremacy.
Here you go. I'm sorry, I'm already taking it.
What?
My boys playing hard to get, and I like my men all in competition.
She thinks because she has makeup on and she looks pretty, the guys should get up and give her their seats. No, it's not gonna happen. I wouldn't get up and give you my seat either. Because y'all are the same females who come on the internet and talk about how much you don't need men, how much men are trash and you want to be in a world without them. So why the should they get up and give you their seats? They're coming from work, they're probably tired too. Why the should they give up their seat for somebody who don't appreciate them? Y'all don't like these men, but when y'all go out in public, y'all expect these same men to respect you, to be nice with you, to look out for you. No. What a delusional way to think. But look, I don't expect anything else from y'all because y'all are females.
I'm gonna need all y'all men to stop talking to us women when we're in public. We do not want to talk to you. Don't be offering us gum at the gym in between sets. Don't be creeping up behind us while we're trying to thrift our next find. Don't be giving us compliments on our outfits. That should not come from you. Leave us alone. We want to be left alone. If you want to meet someone, go to a bar. Get on a dating app. Go to a club. The rest of us that are just out in the wild, we want to be left alone.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
TikTok was only banned for T-minus 14 hours, and even though I'm Canadian, I joined Red Note, and this is what I learned in nearly 14 hours. Number 1, by China's standards, I am considered fat. Didn't know that. Number 2, the reason why their apps aren't flooded with OnlyFans promotions from 18-year-old girls is because it's illegal, and you're looked at as a degenerate if you do. Do not ask them if they have racial prejudice against black people. I heard that was a thing, so I asked, and they got really mad at me for that. So, yep, you heard that right. I was on Red Note for 14 hours and already started a controversy. So, just like up here in the West, women are put on a higher pedestal than men. However, they are extremely respectful about it and value each other pretty much equally. Yeah, so like feminism over there is like actual feminism, and it's so refreshing. And last but not least, you can offend somebody with the wrong type of smiley face. I did not know that. Good to have you back, American.
Who is he to you if he's not your man? Friend's friend? You're not even a friend, you're a friend's friend. You're cold, bro. A friend's friend. What does he have to do to get some? Who paid tonight? He did? You're messed up, bro. The friend's friend paid.
Break it down, back it up.
What? Someone's really complaining about a woman driving a car with a man in it now? I swear some women will find absolutely any reason to complain about what men are doing, or in this case not doing, just so they can get some much needed attention on social media and have something to talk about. But if a person is really of the mind that a woman shouldn't be driving a car when a man is present, perhaps move to one of those countries where women don't even have the right to apply for the privilege of driving and see how that works out. I'm quite frankly embarrassed for a lot of these women that are actually complaining that women are doing the same things that men are doing because they think men should be doing them because they're men and they're women and they deserve special treatment in their opinions. Sadly, some of them actually call themselves feminists, when I don't understand why, because obviously they don't even understand the definition of the term.
It's such a basic thing that a woman shouldn't be promiscuous. If she's not promiscuous, it's just the average woman, right? If a man is promiscuous, then it's the average man. If he's not promiscuous, then a golden retriever I didn't think it's possible. A man who values himself, who doesn't participate in hookup culture. A woman, she doesn't participate in hookup culture. Yes, of course, she's a woman. She was shamed into not participating. Know your place, you. Of course, you shouldn't hook up with guys for your own pleasure.
Men are having a super strong reaction to this video because here's a woman that is taking accountability for something that she did wrong in a relationship. And that is honestly all too rare, especially for a woman around this age, which I'm guessing she's like in her 20s. So to watch this video and for her to put herself out there, and she seems very genuine, especially in the comments, it is refreshing. And she's honestly really saddened by the situation, which is also very refreshing because she cares. She cared about that man and she understands that she's the one that made a mistake. Number one, I mean, that guy, he could see this and then, you know, maybe he wants to give the relationship another try. Or two, that woman is going to grow so much from this and she's going to be an amazing girlfriend for the guy that she wants to be a girlfriend to in the future. All around, it is just a win-win-win.
Ladies, I have to say that I agree with some men. We have made it really hard for men to approach us. We have so many double standards, it's actually crazy. Hear me out. You want him to approach you, but when he approaches you, you feel disrespected. Let's unpack that for a second. If a man wants to sleep with you, why are you feeling disrespected? You are now taking past experiences and projecting it onto this man, and he might be a great man. First off, let's acknowledge that there is shame for women. That's the first thing. So if you feel shameful for wanting such a thing, that's yours and you're projecting it onto him. Second thing, if you think that doing that means you're disrespecting yourself, that is a belief that you have. And third, you might just have the belief that if a man wants to sleep with you, he is disrespecting you. But then also if he doesn't hit on you and doesn't court you, you're upset about it. Which is it? Let's unpack it.
A lot of these modern women, with the stuff that they're saying, they say some off the wall stuff and then they start asking the question, how come we can't find a good guy, a respectable man, a man that goes to church or whatever? Well, you know, you guys are walking past the good guys, but because you think they're boring and you don't really like them because you're not in the right headspace, how can you tell what a good guy is? You're not even a good person, to be honest.
Things your husband wants to say, but doesn't. Every time you second guess him, his job, his choices, the way he handles things, it doesn't come across as concern. It feels like you don't trust him to lead. When you make big decisions for the family without asking, it makes him feel like a provider and not a partner. When you belittle him in front of friends or correct him like a child, he might laugh it off in the moment, but it slowly starts to chip away at him. He stays quiet, not because he's okay, but because speaking up feels like picking a fight. And he's tired of fighting with the woman he loves. You say you want a strong man, but then you question every move he makes, manage everything for him, and simply never let him feel like one. He doesn't want to compete with you. He wants to feel like you both are on the same team. But sometimes he's the only one trying to keep the peace. He won't say it, but he feels it, and it's starting to wear him down.
Hey, what's up, y'all? A lot of women say today that men don't approach them. Now, ladies, I want y'all to understand something. This has become a thing with so many women. It's like an epidemic, right? That men don't approach no more. Many of y'all have told me, many of y'all have said it many times. Men don't approach. And then you always wonder why the man don't approach, like y'all blame the man. But you got to look at it a little differently. If y'all seeing a pattern in the behavior of men, is something wrong with the man that he's not approaching? Or is there something about the woman that's preventing the man from approaching? What do you think? Answer honestly. One love. Peace.
Because you just perfectly summarized why the wage gap exists in the first place.
So why does it exist?
It's to force women to be desperate enough to have to rely on men for income.
Is that the reason? Thank goodness there was a man to explain it to us.
The wage gap exists to force women to choose between child rearing and their careers, because they're not paid enough to be able to afford daycare and other child services.
Are they not? Perhaps we should look at some actual reasons why that wage disparity really exists.
This forces us into isolated nuclear families where each one serves as a production unit for the economy. Tying your personal value to your earning potential is nothing more than a capitalist system brainwashing you into being a good little worker bee.
So this went from talking about the wage disparity that exists between men and women, saying that its sole purpose is to keep women subservient to men, to then mentioning how all capitalism is bad. My goodness, do stretch before reaching next time.
And are you actually obsessed with that man, or is he just a fixation that you have because you are not pleased with your current lifestyle? Which one is it, bestie? I noticed a lot of times as young women, we will just be obsessing over a guy that we actually don't really like that much because it helps us in a place of uncertainty where we're trying to get to where we want to be. When you're a woman becoming your dream version of yourself, it's really easy to get distracted. I think as a woman, becoming your dream version of yourselves comes with a lot of periods of ambiguity. And in those periods, you might meet a guy that you think you're obsessed with because he offers you comfort in a period of uncertainty before you get to where you want to be. And then you think you're obsessed with him. And then you think that you can't live without him. But is it that you can't live without him? Or are you just like really desiring a completely different life and that's what you're settling for because it gives you comfort? Think on it.
You guys want to see an example of a wife getting offended that her husband has to talk to other women at his work? Here it is.
Okay, yep. Well, it was good chatting with you. Appreciate you taking the time. And yeah, if you need anything, just holler at me. Otherwise, I will see you next week. Yes, ma'am. You too. Okay, sounds good. All right, bye.
The problem that I see with this is that that man followed everything to a T by the book. Like, he did nothing wrong. He was warm, kind, and professional, and he wanted to get off the phone. Also, men that are very interested in another woman, like, he doesn't want to get off the phone. And some women got after him for using the term ma'am, which I see as like super formal. That's not a term that you would use on a woman that you're really interested in. Maybe some of you will disagree on that, but from my viewpoint, the man did nothing wrong to signal any sort of red flags. All this is coming from is internal stuff from within the wife. And as long as she can recognize that and she doesn't end up giving her man the silent treatment or treating him terribly, then hopefully she can just learn from it, work on it, and grow from it. Otherwise, that husband is probably never going to know peace.
I just need a man in my life that just wants to be a man in my life. Just a man. Not my man. No benefits, no sugar, no nothing. You just want to be a man in my life. For what? So I can call you when I need air in my tires, which I've been needing for weeks. So I can call you when I need my car cleaned. My door is creaking in my house, so I can call you. Can you fix that for me, please? Can you bring this heavy-ass cat litter upstairs, please? A man I can depend on without you wanting to be my man. Because quite frankly, I'm good off of y'all. But men are great. Love men. It's a lot that a man can bring to a woman's life besides just providing. I don't even want no sugar. But if you want to give me sugar, baby, I'll take it. I'm literally just talking about a dependable man in my life that I can call when a girly is in need. Tires is just getting lower and lower and lower. And I'm over here like, so you want me to go to the gas station and get changed and put it in the air thing and then squat down by my tire and put air in? I'm too bad for that. So if you want to be a man in my life, a dependable source of masculinity, please.
I think these modern women understand that when a man truly pursues, it costs something. Time, energy, money. Like, you just don't. When a man pursues, he's actually having to invest in you. And because modern women play too many games nowadays, a man is like, well, I don't have energy to waste. I don't have money to waste. I don't have time to waste. Well, you just do it for the plot. Just do it. Just play a little game with me. No, I don't want to play a little game with you. I want to be a mature adult. But modern women don't understand that. They don't even want to understand it. They just want to be out here doing. Them doing this is equivalent to them complaining about a man only wanting a woman for. Why you tell me that you wanted to be in a serious relationship when you only wanted me for one thing? Oh, well, I don't know. That's the same thing that you're doing with a man. Why you tell me you wanted to go out to dinner, wanted to get to know me, when you really wanted a free meal? When you really just want somebody to send you flowers and you just really wanted attention? Why didn't you just say, well, I'm really looking for somebody to spend on me and give me attention. I ain't gonna give anything back. Oh, because you know the man probably wouldn't do it.
When my husband comes home from work, I want him to feel one thing: loved. So every evening, our daughters and I meet him at the front door, sometimes with a drink in hand, sometimes it's just hugs and kisses, but always with love. It's our way of saying, you are home, you are safe, and you are wanted here. I make sure clean clothes are folded on the bathroom sink and a fresh towel is hung up waiting for him. Most nights, dinner is already started or on the stovetop warm. In the mornings, his work clothes are ready, his lunch is packed, and that special little note is tucked in there for him to enjoy on his lunch break. When I can, I hop on the mower. I always keep the groceries stocked, and I make sure he never has to worry about running out of anything. At night, there's usually a back rub waiting just to help him let the day go. To some, those things might look small, but to me, they are everything. They are the daily ways I get to say, I love you. I take care of him because he takes care of us. And that's the beauty of marriage.
Men still do chase women. If you think they don't, they're probably just not chasing you. You've probably had casual sex with any dude you found attractive over the last 2 years. You have some weird situation going on with your ex. I'm sorry, but no guy's gonna want to chase a girl who has that going on. If you're going out every weekend, they're not chasing you. If you still have hella male friends, they're not chasing you. If you show the potential of micro cheating, they're not chasing you. Because all that's gonna do is bring stress into that man's life. Why would a man want to chase stress? That doesn't make any sense. A man wants peace. That's all men ever want. If you can't provide a man peace, don't expect to get chased. You guys are headaches. You just piss niggas off. I'm not about to chase no girl that does any of the things that I just listed. And I don't imagine any other guy would. Maybe think about working on yourself before you come out here and say, oh, men don't chase women anymore. That says more about you than it says about the men.
This might make people mad, but I think modern dating is extremely selfish. People date because they are bored. They date because they simply just want attention. They date because they don't want to be alone. They date just to have someone there. But nobody talks about the fact that there is somebody else involved. Another person getting attached. Another person building feelings. Another person thinking that this might actually go somewhere. We act like dating is harmless, but it's not. You are involving someone else's heart, someone else's time. You are involving someone else's emotions. And sometimes you are involving someone else's future. And I know this is an unpopular opinion, but if you already know that you would never marry that person, You probably should not be dating them because that's how people end up feeling used, feeling led on, feeling like they were a placeholder while someone else was waiting for something better to come along. Your heart is not practice, and other people are not practice either. Date with intention or stay single until you are ready.
Fellas, nothing's worse than a guy with no boundaries. You need to know when to walk away too. I've done plenty of this for the ladies, I'm doing one for you now. Early stage, knowing when to get the hell out, bro. Number one, let's go there. If she cancels the date and does not try and plan another one or suggest another day, walk away. Let her go. Do not go chase her. That's called a chase. You're not a chaser. You're a pursuer. That means you put your good faith in here. If she doesn't want to return the favor, if she's being lazy, no accountability, bounce. If she waits days to get back to you and says, oh, I just been busy with work. I just been so busy. Let her go. That's it. It's over. Girls don't wait days for guys they actually like, number one. And number two, okay, she's busy, which means you ain't really a priority for her. So that's that. Let that go. Hot and cold behavior early on. Texting, communicating, how she's dealing with you, hot and cold. This ain't microwave to freezer. What do you think this is? Absolutely not. And it's time for you to stand on that and say, okay, hot and cold thing. When you're ready to having a grown adult thing, I'll be over here. If not, no worries. I'll see you next lifetime. That's it. Don't put up with this kind of behavior. It's almost like a test for your silly, and you fail it every time. If you've been seeing her for a month and she is not willing to give you a weekend day, bounce. It's time to get out of here, honestly. She's not prioritizing you. She's oh, it's girls' night, it's girls' night. At some point, she needs to grow up, and she ain't there. And she definitely ain't there for you. She might be there for the right one, but it ain't gonna be you. She's refusing. Oh no, only a week that, and you're done. Lastly, when she starts testing you too much too quick. See, she's bound to test you. That's okay. She's testing the sturdiness of this thing. But if she tests you in good faith, that's what you're looking for. Not bad faith. Not texting you, not texting you and see if you're gonna chase her. This ain't that kind of test, and you ain't willing to play in that kind of test. And the minute you do start playing that kind of test, she's saying to herself, he ain't as sturdy as I thought. He ain't the man I thought he was. He's willing to give in to me too much right now. You don't need to do that. And not even for her sake, for your sake. Now, ladies, if you had a son, you tell him the same. So, ta-ta with you.
A lot of these modern women, with the way they talk, they'll try to disrespect the guy on the one hand, and then they'll expect a man to be nice to them, to be generous, to be chivalrous to them. They'll sit up here and talk like, oh, chivalry is men don't respect us and all this other stuff. After going on a 20-minute tirade about how I don't want a man talking to me, I don't want a man approaching me, I don't want to even be a man even being around me. You clown guys for simply just, there was a woman clowning a guy for him paying attention to his environment. There was another woman just on the internet clowning a man for being nice. I think he said something to the effect of, oh, because he was like, man, you seem like you ain't never really nice to me. Well, I'm not nice to you, or I'm not a lover girl to you. Then who are you a lover girl with? If this is your man, if this is your boyfriend, how come you give other people besides him respect? That's confusing. And then once again, you're going to want that man to respect you, be chivalrous. Oh, can you give me your seat? Can you give me your coat? Can you pay for the dinner? Can you open my door? Can you send me flowers? The whole 9 yards. And then on national television, sit up there and tell him, oh, well, I really don't mess with you like that. Bro, after you heard that, there's only one thing to do. Get up out of there.
Diabolical things I want in a man. Number one, height. My man's got to be above 6'2". My last 2 boyfriends were 6'3". Both of them. And they were jacked. And they looked really good. How am I supposed to downgrade from that? So, unfortunately, my next man will have to be 6'2" and up. Number 2, you can't have a gut. I need you built. I need you fit and going to the gym multiple times a week. I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna date a fat guy.
Now, what's never gonna add up for me is you want tall, fit, and attractive, and you had that twice, and you fumbled them both. But you're on the internet right now, actively searching for that same exact prototype. He needs to have multiple streams of income. And then she said, we need to be able to make as much money as possible. And I'm like, we? Who is we? Because it's all gonna be him. What you want is for him to be able to pay for everything while you sit on your lazy and do nothing. And of course, she's materialistic. Expensive gift, expensive vacay, flying business, all that she herself can't afford. By the way, he needs to have an expensive watch or multiple. And it can't be no Rolex, because guess what? Rolex is now considered cheap. I just know she's broke, because it's usually the brokies and the useless ones that has the highest standards.
There is something about a guy with a six-pack that gives me the biggest. I will take a dad bod any day over a six-pack.
Whenever I see videos of any time a girl or anybody in general says the line that somehow they get grossed out by seeing somebody, their partner, in shape, because listen, I know you're going to sit there and say, listen, I know there's a threshold. Some people are too jacked and it's unattractive. Having a six-pack doesn't necessarily mean that you are like disgustingly in shape. For me, it is literally the most obvious sign of insecurity when somebody comes on the internet saying that they think it's an ick when their boyfriend has a six-pack. There's only two possible conclusions you can go, and each scenario leads to you being insecure. Number one, it's that you're not reacting to the body being disgusting, you're reacting to the implication of what the body means. So when you see somebody who, of course, is extremely in shape, they have an extremely good body, that's a representation of their standard. Sometimes it even might look like the guy has more options. He's more in shape. More people are going to want him. A lot of girls do not want to compete. They'd rather be with somebody where they don't have to put in that much effort and just does whatever she wants. On top of this individual has three of the most attention-seeking traits right here. She does real estate in Miami and is a model. So because of this, I think a lot of the times having a overly attractive or very in shape male partner takes the attention away from her. That ick you're feeling is really just discomfort of you not being the center of attention. Because you tell me in any scenario how this makes it sound like it makes sense. Most people would love a disciplined, motivated, ambitious man. That is literally typically the traits that it takes to get a six-pack. A fit body to the point that you have a six-pack is one of the biggest indicators that at least you have a base for those three things. So acting like you don't want that, logically, there's only one logical conclusion. That if discipline, taking care of yourself, and consistency gives you the ick, then it is more than likely a reflection of you, not him. But that's just my opinion. But hey, what do you think?
Men don't like astrology because they can't learn it. They've tried. They've tried to understand it. They've tried to conceptualize it. It's just too hard. So they hate on it. You're welcome.
Men do not care about astrology because they don't need an excuse to gaslight people or to blame the ever-moving stars for their behavior. There are women out here that will continuously cheat and be like, oops, it's because I'm a Scorpio. I'm sorry. So many women love to use astrology as an excuse to have personalities. It's the same way that people will pick up religion or psychology to further gaslight people because they want to put labels on everything to avoid looking in the mirror as to why they're a shitty person. Well, I'm sorry, but the stars aligning or the stars moving have nothing to do with the way that you're behaving today or the way that you're cheating or being a to your boyfriend or your husband. Not to mention the majority of websites that have any kind of astrology, you can pretty much find whatever you want to hear because no two websites are the same. So make that make sense. So it's not actually that it's because men are too dumb to learn it. They're actually just smart enough to understand that it's another form of manipulation and they don't feel the need to use it. And this is why I say so many times that men need to stay away from women that are obsessed with astrology, because I can guarantee you she's going to use that as an excuse later on to why she's treating you like shit. Or if something happens in the relationship, she's going to be like, oh, he was a Scorpio. And they use it as a sick obsession to avoid changing themselves or holding themselves accountable and then blaming other people for their actions and the stars aligning on everything that they ever do. Okay, bye.
I was just young and dumb. I'm sorry, you were married to a man with 3 kids. Was he working?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Did you have to work?
I didn't have to.
So you were married to a man that you didn't have to work and you had all 3 of your kids, and yet you thought you could divorce him and find better. Great. Before you met him at 27, between 18 and 27, what happened here?
I was with him as my high school sweetheart. What? Is that a whoop?
So you were with a man that you've known and you've seen him grow from high school to 27. He married you. put you in a position that you did not have to work. You had 3 children, yet you decided to divorce it and go elsewhere. And then you want to talk about how you struggled to be something. See, that's where all that comes in place. Nobody's going to give you credit for struggling. You chose it.
Agree. Like I said, I was young.
No, ma'am. Some of you don't deserve a second chance.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry to tell you this. A lot of men will hear that and say, wait a minute, you found a good man. He married you. He sat you down. You had 3 children and you divorced him for no good reason. This is how men are going to hear this. I married my high school sweetheart almost 10 years after college, after high school. I did not have to work. He took care of everything. All I had to do was be the wife and have babies. And he took care of it. But that still wasn't good enough. I divorced him. Then I had to go out and struggle on my own. Now I look back and say I was young and dumb. Most men are going to say, you don't deserve a second chance. I'm not saying that's what a lot of men are going to hear. And you had a husband paying all the bills, and you threw it all away.
I think people shouldn't be judged off of their past and where they're at in the present.
Sure you most definitely should be judged off your past. Past performance is the best indicator of future performance. That's why your credit rating matters.
Men are quick to judge women, but fail to realize the way that the world is today. A lot of women have gone through trauma.
Hold on. You just judged men.
Well,
you just judged men. You said men are quick to judge. That's what came out of your mouth.
Well, you sound very defensive right now.
No, see, now you just lost the argument. See, shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right. When a black woman cannot defend the point, they go to the playbook, the sign. Shame, insults, guilt, need to be right.
I don't need to be right.
What I said is everybody judges. And you made it seem as though that's such a bad thing, and you just did the same thing that you're saying people shouldn't do.
Well, for people who are out here looking to find a mate, I don't think they should be quick to judge.
You were just quick to judge all men. That's all it comes down to, ma'am. And here's the thing. Are you looking to get married? Do you want to be married? Do you want to?
I am married.
Okay, so let me get this right. You're a married woman, and you wanted to call into a podcast about single women and their fear.
Yes, because I have friends.
Yeah. Remember what I said? 2 things motivate most women, black women in particular. Fear and anger, wanting to argue all the time. This woman claims to be married. Married. No dog in this fight. Oh my God.
You know, a lot of these modern women, they're upset because now men are, it used to kind of be unintentional. I wasn't really paying attention. And women would get ignored. But now men are ignoring women on purpose, and it's throwing women off because how can I get dressed up like this? How can I put this type of makeup on and spend hours on this makeup, this dress? I'm dressed down to the nines. Obviously, a lot of these modern women are talking about, oh, well, I go outside and I see just baddies. Oh, just beautiful, fine, gorgeous women. But I don't see any good looking men. And men still didn't approach. I'm thinking of that video that I think Sarah Eaton reviewed. She was kind of, reacting to it, where a woman was upset. She had a little cute outfit on, right? Hair was done cute, but just having like a little fit right there in her room, talking about, man, I look like this and men don't approach. I look like this and I still get ignored. It's because y'all have a bad attitude. You have a bad attitude. You're not pleasant to be around. Not even. Talk about dating. I was talking to my wife about this, and she was saying, well, I understand that a lot of women aren't feminine anymore. They're not friendly. They and all this other stuff. I said, we can't even get there. we can't even get there. Right? I think we were discussing, Ivan Preach, we're talking about Diary of a CEO. And incel, and the woman was reviewing one of his episodes, Diary of a CEO, and she was reviewing it, and then I think the man said something, and she just started going off about how men were to blame, and then Abba and Preacher were like, how is that a man's fault? Exactly. It wasn't his fault. You know, and that's what's happening. And I know it seems like I'm going everywhere, but it's just so many examples of modern women. You're getting ignored because of your bad attitude. She's sitting up there going off on men, and men, it ain't got nothing to do with me. If I got to deal with an attitude like that, if you react like that, I already know you're chaotic. I already know you're going to bring the drama. I already know you're not a good person. I'm going to ignore you. I'm going to ignore you. You don't even have to worry about being feminine. You don't even have to worry about being a girl, a woman with a soft touch, a woman that could use her words to maneuver a man. You can't. You are not a good person in the first place. We haven't even gotten to you being a woman. You're not a good person in the first place, the base level. You're not even a good, decent human being. That's where it's messed up at. Be a good person first, and then we'll talk about you and your role as a woman, what a woman does.